Have you ever walked into a room and felt all eyes were on you, but in a good way? How you command respect just by being authentic is the key to having class. The perfect example would be Blair from Gossip Girl. I know that not everyone likes her snobbish character or appreciates her ruthless quirks, as she can be a bitch sometimes, but I honestly love that she knew her worth and stayed true to herself, regardless of how others perceived her. Though I had to admit that both Serena and Blair had nipple baby status and pretty privilege, giving them an edge over most people, Serena lacks character development as she was mostly obsessed with drugs and boys. From the beginning, Serena had always been the it girl, but she had no real talent or purpose in life except roaming around with Blair, who was highly ambitious and goal-driven. While Blair certainly had her shortcomings, she would often own up to her mistakes and learn from it, unlike Serena, who was the definition of a pick-me girl, and that showed zero class or appeal to me. Instead, Blair's charisma, not forgetting her incredibly high standards, managed to shine throughout the series as she evolves into a soft, feminine, classy woman who knows what she wants and does not settle for less. Before I dive into this video, I just want to emphasize that dressing well reflects how much you respect and value yourself. But do keep in mind that it's not everything. Here's what no one is telling you about. What I've noticed over the years is that women who possess a certain level of class have done some inner work on themselves, and it actually stems from within, by having high standards for themselves as well as the people they invite into their life. They move through the world with such unwavering confidence, and people can sense that in their energy. They have nothing to prove, but everything to give. It lies in the essence of self-discovery and the core of knowing who you are that gives off the power of certainty within yourself. What if I told you that there is something exceptional about the level of self-trust and mastery that embody femininity and class? For instance, if you are not treated with respect, do you try to justify yourself or you simply remove yourself from the situation? The same goes for any situation that's out of alignment with your current self. Do you trust yourself enough to handle the nonsense from others? Over time, you learn to choose better. You set the tone by how you carry yourself and what you accept from others. Once you master this, I can guarantee you will exude a classy feminine aura that makes you irresistible. Do you know that the most fundamental value comes from her own internal self-validation through her consistent daily habits and routines that shape her life? She may be waking up at 6 a.m. to go to the gym or Pilates on most days. Or she may be a stay-at-home mom and send her kids to school and cook healthy meals for her family, whichever gives her fulfillment. On the contrary, she is highly adaptable to changes and has the ability to overcome challenges without much effort. As she believes in the law of attraction, the act of surrender comes naturally to her. Regardless of how much she wants something, she will never force things to make it work. Of course, she believes in her own abilities without a doubt. She just trusts in her own intuition and allows time and space to unfold what is meant for her. Therefore, she is clearly detached, as none of the things outside of her can control or affect her inner peace. Despite what you may have been told, a classy feminine woman believes that there is no competition with others except herself. It was never about being better than others, but rather, she is competing against her own laziness, self-limiting beliefs, and comfort zone. She develops a sense of curiosity for everything, constantly learning new things, and seeks valuable insights on things that interest her or enhance her spiritual growth. She also actively engages in hobbies and activities that not only uplift her every day, but get her closer to achieving her goals. In a world filled with fears and uncertainties, she exudes calm, stable energy instead of chaos and maintains grace under pressure. She views the setbacks of her life as opportunities to look within by asking herself, "What is this trying to teach me?" while being in a state of gratitude. She is extremely warm and generous, never stingy with money, and treats everyone equally. She is genuinely kind and does little acts of kindness on a daily basis, be it giving donations to charities or offering help to strangers. On top of that, she has utmost respect for herself by being clean and organized. Her home is never filled with clutter, as she knows it reflects her mental state and disrupts her energy flow. She's also in tune with her own energy by who she chooses to entertain in her life. When it comes to people who have wronged her, she's able to forgive them easily as she knows it will only cause her more misery if she holds onto grudges. The only people who get upset about you setting boundaries are the ones who are benefiting from you having none. Having firm boundaries set the foundation from what you can accept from others. As a result, she knows how to protect her peace by saying no to people pleasing and avoid hanging out with people that drain her. She is loving and polite without being overly nice. She knows how to stand up for herself when necessary. If anyone were to overstep on her boundaries, she knows how to respond with intention by calling you out with grace and kindness instead of brushing it off to maintain peace. A classy feminine woman listens more than she speaks. She understands that listening is the most underrated way to show respect. She also understands that mystery is power, so she does not overshare and she never chases for attention, yet attract all of it. Not only is she incredibly secure with herself, she enjoys making people feel seen and heard. That's exactly why people naturally gravitate to her, as she makes people see the best in themselves. If she speaks, she does it with clarity and purpose. By being intentional with her voice by speaking when necessary, people can feel her confidence and it creates a lasting impression as her words carry power and they are more keen to hear her thought process. Besides, she may be nervous in a room filled with strangers, but she makes sure to maintain eye contact with everyone and is not afraid to take up space. She would proceed to introduce herself elegantly and knows how to present herself in public. Speaking of that, she takes pride in her appearance by doing her hair, putting on makeup, and dressing up based on a unique style and how much she respects herself. What if I told you that people often mirror back to you based on how you treat yourself? By dressing well, you are showing to others how much love and care you pour into yourself, and there is nothing wrong with expecting the same in return. Likewise, she is highly aware of low vibrational beings and events that do not resonate with her. She is very clear on her non-negotiables in life and holds herself accountable through active self-introspection whenever she finds herself slipping away. For instance, she may resort to escapism through crazy drinking, which is against what she believes in. Instead of being self-critical, she practices grace, compassion, and empathy for herself. Eventually, you'll realize that having feminine class is never about being born rich or having the fanciest clothes in your closet. It can be achieved through refining your existing qualities and becoming more aligned with who you want to be. At the heart of being a classy woman lies a profound respect and empathy for others. Just like how respect is not something you demand, it's something you embody. You also have to understand that your environment plays a huge role in your well-being, and it also reflects your tolerance for bullshit. Trust me, you will never want to be surrounded with a bunch of people who are insecure, jealous, or secretly hate on you. I've been through many friendships that ended for the very reason, so choose wisely. What most people don't realize is that the most significant benefit of having class is reflected in the vast opportunities presented to you, be it social or financial aspect. As for me, I have received private event invitations from magazine, even though I do not have any connection with anyone from media. So in order to truly embody the classy feminine aura, you have to trust your intuition that every decision you make has to be based on how much you prioritize yourself. After all, anyone is lucky to have you in their lives. So, how would you embrace your femininity and live a life of elegance? Let me know your thoughts. I appreciate you for being here and hope to see you soon. Bye!